Here's a quick question before we dive in. Do you actually know what time your Google ads are running right now? Like right this minute. Are they on? Are they off? Or are they quietly burning through your budget at 3 a.m. while you're fast asleep? If you're not sure, don't worry. You're definitely not alone. Most business owners I speak to have no idea, and when we check, their ads are almost always running 24/7, and nobody ever changed it. So let's talk about why that's quietly costing you a small fortune. Because once you see this, you can't unsee it. Here's the thing nobody will really tell you when you first launch a Google Ads campaign. The default setting is 24/7, always on, round the clock. That's not a bug or a mistake. It's simply how the platform works straight out of the box. Because Google assumes you want maximum visibility, so it makes you opt out of 24/7 rather than opt in to the hours that actually matter to your business. And the truth is, most people never do opt out. They set up the campaign, write the ads, hit the launch button, and then walk away thinking the job is done. But while you're sleeping, your ads are still running. While your office phone is rolling over to voicemail, your ads are still running. Saturday morning at 7 a.m., Sunday night at 11 p.m., all of it. Still running and still spending your hard earned cash. Picture this for a second. Because it happens every single day, it's 11 p.m. on a Tuesday and someone clicks your ad, lands on your site, fills in your contact form, and then waits. Nobody answers that lead until 9 a.m. the next morning. And by then, they've already contacted 3 of your competitors and they may have chosen to go with one of them. Or imagine 6 a.m. on a Saturday. Someone calls the number on your ad, gets your voicemail, and then hangs up and rings the next business on the search results page instead. That's not bad luck, that's bad timing. And you paid good money for every single of those clicks. Now, let me hit you with a stat that should genuinely stop you in your tracks. B2B conversion rates drop by almost 70% at weekends compared to weekdays, which is huge when you think about it. And one study looked at across 43 different ad accounts and found nearly £300 wasted on weekend ad spend alone across just those 43 accounts. So imagine how much money is being burned globally every single weekend. That's not bad advertising, that's bad timing. Your ads aren't broken, your schedule is. So let's talk about the fix. And the good news is it's much simpler than most people think. It's called dayparting or ad scheduling. And all it really means is this. You choose the exact days and hours you want your ads to run. And you can also set different bid levels for different time slots. So you can bid more aggressively during your busiest hours or pause completely on Sundays, whatever suits your business. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated. Just proper control over when your money gets spent. Here's exactly where you find it. Open up your Google Ads account, click into any active campaign, and then on the left-hand side menu, look for the Ad Schedule tab. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And from start to finish, it takes about literally 30 seconds to navigate there, but it could save you thousands over a course of a year. Before you start flicking switches though, please read the data first, because this is where most people go wrong. Inside Google Ads, head to your reports and pull what's called the day and hour report. Then filter it by conversions and look really closely. Which hours are eating your budget but delivering zero results, and which days are completely dead? And where are these patterns? That's exactly where your new schedule starts. And you always build from real data, never from any guesswork. Once you've got the data, you've got 2 main levers to play with. The first is bid adjustments, where you drop your bid by something like 50 to 90% during week hours, or your ad still shows occasionally but much less aggressively. The second is full exclusions, where you turn the ads off entirely during certain times of days of the week. For service businesses like plumbers, solicitors, or accountants, full exclusion usually win. Because if there's nobody in the office to answer the phone call or reply to a inquiry, the click is essentially wasted money. For e-commerce shops, it's a bit different. You'll want to be gentler and lean on bid adjustments instead, because plenty of people genuinely buy at 2 a.m. From their sofa, and you don't want to miss those late night impulse sales. So now here's something people get wrong all the time, and it's worth clearing up. They assume smart bidding replaces ad scheduling, but it really doesn't. Smart bidding only optimizes within the hours you allow it to run. So if you told it to run 24/7, it's still out there trying to find conversions at midnight on a Wednesday. The schedule removes the noise. Smart bidding optimizes the signal, and when you use them together, they're pretty powerful. But apart, they are just average. So let me share a quick client story to bring this to life. They were spending around £3,000 a month on Google Ads with solid campaigns, good keywords, and well-written ads. But the cost per lead was slowly creeping up, and nobody could figure out why. We didn't change a single ad, didn't touch a keyword. All we did was pull the hour of the day report, find the dead zones where money was disappearing, and build a proper schedule around the data. The cost per lead dropped by 31% in just under 30 days. Same budget, same ads, just better timing. And that's the whole story. One last thing before I let you go, because this is the biggest mistake I see by a country mile. People build their schedule based on their gut feeling, saying things like, I think Tuesday afternoons are busy, or I reckon weekends are dead, and they set everything up around those hunches. Stop guessing, pull the actual report, because what you assume and what the data shows are almost always completely different things. So here's your homework for today. Open up your Google Ads account, pull your hour of the day report, and spend 5 minutes really looking at it. Because if your ads have been running 24/7 and you never once checked the data, you're almost certainly leaving serious money on the table, and probably more than you'd like to admit. Thanks for being here. For more videos like this, follow and subscribe.